Joining me for this discussion, we got Nathan Hartman and Nick Cicero, obviously. We also got Eric Morton.
Hello.
From Park Center. What? Ben Harris?
Hey, everyone.
You're on the wrong show.
We only have like a minute to answer a piece. That's how this works.
And Pete Carney.
Steve Ocko, everyone.
You actually have a mic on?
I am mic'd and I have a camera. If they're not working, that's not on me.
Okay, I'm just making sure. All right, so the discussion is one last Disney day. I wanted people to essentially, if you knew you had only one day left, either like, I don't know, try to be less than morbid, but when we came up with last week's and this week's discussions, the idea was, oh, it's the last map game and the last math game, so we should do like these, you know, final discussions, like what's the last meal you'd have, how would you spend the last day. Then this world crisis started, but I didn't want to change the discussions because I really like them. So if you had only one day for the rest of your life to spend in a Disney park, how would you spend that final day is what I want to know. So why don't we start with our guest. Ben is our guest tonight on News Tonight.
Hey, Ben.
So Ben, before you start yelling that I'm the devil, why don't you tell everybody how you would spend your last day at a Disney park?
Oh, come on. I'm not the guy who says you're the devil. I'm just the guy who gives them a
You're
platform
the guy who
to say it.
facilitates it.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. So I feel like starting the day off would probably involve rope dropping at Hollywood Studios, just because like it's the only place you can, the only way that you can do Galaxy's Edge at this point. So you kind of have to start off there. Get in Tower, get in Rock and Roller Coaster. I enjoy it. Get in probably Toy Story Mania once while I'm there, and then hopefully get an early boarding pass, use it there. Get lunch at Brown Derby because heck yes. Probably get. This is the last time ever I'm gonna get a cheeseburger and ask if I can get a Cobb salad on the side to go with it.
Why don't you just have
that Cobb salad is amazing.
They have the appetizer Cobb.
Yeah. And then from there, I'm running over to Animal Kingdom because like I enjoy Pandora so much. It is a wonderful place. I enjoy being there. And I love seeing it at night, especially. So probably the rest of my day would be spent waiting in line for Flight of Passage. Ride that, get out at night, just slowly enjoy the land at night. Hopefully everything's working correctly. But that land at night, the first time I was there, I got in line while the sun was still up. I got out of line after the sun had gone down. And it was just beautiful to walk around that place with hardly any people around. And that's what I would want, like my last memory of the parks to be, is just that whole land lit up.
All right, that's a good one. So Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom. 5 years ago, people would have laughed at you.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, 5 years ago, Hollywood Studios would have probably been mine anyway. Thank you, Ben. Eric Morton.
I'm going out to the West Coast if I'm allowed to.
You're allowed to go to any park in the world. Yeah.
Oh, we know where Tom's going.
You're damn right
Well,
you know
yeah,
where Tom's going.
But you can't go to like parks of different parts of the world on the same.
No,
only
it
been
has to be
domestic,
realistic,
right?
but you can go
You can't.
wherever to that
can't.
one
You
destination.
can't go back in time.
No, we're not going back in time either, no.
My earliest memories, some of my earliest memories, period, are at Disneyland when I was, 2 years old. We drove halfway across the country to go to Disneyland. So to me, it holds a special place in my heart. I would start the day. I would rope drop at DCA, go ride, go straight into Cars Land. Hit maybe Flo's V8 Cafe for breakfast while I waited for my fast pass. Hopefully, if I had
brioche French toast, man.
Yeah, the brioche French toast. I'm gonna go there and then ride Radiator Springs Racers, hop around the park a bit. But most of my day is going to be, we'll get back to DCA, but most of my day is going to be across the way at Disneyland. I have indelible memories of the Autopia when I was, too young to drive the car myself, but I could still smell the gas. And I recall being very young, us walking up to the Haunted Mansion for the first time when I was a kid. And I was the kid that pulled down on a safety bar and it said, "Do not pull down on a safety bar." And I was like, whoa, my mind was blown. The sense of wonder at Disneyland back then was really important. So I want to do that again. I also remember going on Big Thunder and some guy screaming, "Don't go in there, there's wild dogs." And I really thought there were wild dogs on the ride. Anyway, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, a favorite. We're going to go to Blue Bayou for lunch. Food's not that good, but it's a pretty cool environment. It's my last day, so that's where I'm going. Then I don't know if I have time to take the Walk in Walt's Footsteps tour or not. If so, I'd give it a shot. Then around dinner time, we got to go back across to Carthay Circle for dinner and wrap up parks with World of Color that night. And then on the way out, stop at Uva Bar there in the center of downtown Disney for a couple cocktails on the way back to my hotel. And that's a wrap.
So you're going to end all of your Disney parks existence with the Uva Bar.
Just a cocktail on the way back to my hotel. I don't need anything. I don't need anything special to hold
Yeah, I was thinking.
I don't know. Okay, so
Even
I do like
so,
Sam's.
I'd rather go to Hearthstone Lounge if anything.
Not your day.
Yeah. Okay, but
What do you like
I've
about?
done
No, because
Sam's
I've never heard anyone stand up for Uva Bar. What do you like about Uva Bar?
I just like that. I like that vibe. You sit there, you're in the middle. There's people that are leaving, walking past you, but it's still kind of quiet and secluded. And I spent like a half a day there before.
I miss people walking past me. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
I do miss people.
Trader well, yeah, but I'm isolated from them. I'm in a bar, they got to go around.
There's 6 feet of bush between you and
Trust me, the last time I stayed at the Disneyland Hotel for like a week, my bar tab from Trader Sam's, my room charges were like $1,000. I've spent a lot of time at Trader Sam's. I love it. Sure, we'll stop there too.
You can't take the money with you, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll spend it all.
It turns
into $4 at midnight. Yeah.
Oh boy, Pete, go.
Me?
Yeah, I'm afraid to ask.
No. So
Sorry, we're interrupting your busy work over there.
I'm hanging out with people in the chat. Thank you, Gelatoni. So the rules are, just to be fair, it's current day, but money is no limitation, right?
No, money is no
Yeah,
limitation.
I just want to make sure. All right, so I mean, this isn't too far off from like days I've had, but I would get the earliest reservation time at Ohana before the parks open, and I would have breakfast at Ohana at the Polynesian.
Have you had the breakfast?
Yeah, I really like it.
Okay.
I know there's probably a lot of other better places for breakfast, but it kind of lends into my plan because I've also factored in time from place to place.
Yeah.
Because I'll be doing a lot of moving around. But I love it there. I love the Pog. I love the French toast. I love the characters. I love the atmosphere. I'm just a big fan of the Polynesian. I think it's the best way to start your day. I mean, getting laid to start your day. You walk into the hotel. You walk over to Ohana. It's perfect. Big fan of Ohana.
Wait, they can't hear Pete.
They can't hear.
What are they
Pete's your
talking
mic
about?
on?
Where's your mic?
My mic is on, unless Nathan.
Where are you
Yeah,
wearing?
you're fine.
He's on.
It's right here.
It's on
He's as
Gelatoni.
on as
Yeah,
could be.
It's up here. You won't hear. It's the same thing because I'm looking this direction.
Well, they can't
I
hear
Is
can
it
hear
turned on?
It's turned on. I'm telling you, it's turned on. I mean,
I'm
I could
literally getting a
put it-
signal. He is
I'll put it my
on.
hood, but I'm saying it's. I didn't want it to rub. If I was looking down, you would hear it there.
Can they hear him now?
Can you hear Pete now?
Is there a big difference?
Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway, I was going to Ohana in the morning.
can?
Let's go faster here. From there, I have to hit all 4 parks. This is my last day at Disney. I am fitting all
Someone
4.
commented, Tom, you like the breakfast? Okay.
It's like, I know it's not the best breakfast on property. It's the one I like, and this is my day.
That's fine.
From there,
We're still going to judge everyone's choice.
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't expect anything less. So
would
I
be
would
your
run
day.
over to Rope Drop Hollywood Studios. I would hit probably 3 or 4 of my favorite rides, and then I would do the earliest lunch. Since I did
What
the
rides are you hitting? We want detailed plans. We want to know
Okay.
what's
So if
important
I'm,
to you.
I'm
on
going
this
to
last
assume I
day.
also have fast passes. So I'm going to set up my
Realistic,
Yeah.
realistic fast pass.
Yeah. So what I would do is I would do probably Runaway Railway.
Everything else is the same tier, so you can't.
Voyage of the Little Mermaid.
It doesn't matter. But here's what I would do. I would be the first one to the park. I would run down. I would do Tower. I would probably skip Rock and Roller Coaster. I would go as fast as I can. Go do probably Slinky. I would use a fast pass on Mickey and Minnie, and I'd have a boarding group for the new Star Wars ride, Rise of the Resistance. I would then get the earliest possible lunch with an Imagineer that day happens to be going on. So I would do lunch with an Imagineer at Brown Derby for the earliest time and talk about how it's my last day. We would have a wonderful early lunch at the Brown Derby. From there, I'd run over to Epcot. I would, if I can, get a fast pass or get on Soarin'. I would do Soarin' one last time, and then I would do a last lap around the World Showcase, saying goodbye to everyone and having a few cocktails. From there, I would run and do the earliest. Oh, I'm sorry. From there, I would run and do Animal Kingdom quick. I'd kind of pop in. I would want to do the safari if I could get a fast pass. If not, I would just do that quick and probably Flight of Passage and Everest. Those are my three. I'd have to wait in some lines. It's the middle of the afternoon. From there, I would do the earliest possible seating for Hoop-Dee-Doo. It's one of my favorite things to do, especially with a group. So I would do the earliest Hoop-Dee-Doo. I think it's like around 5-ish, 5:30. From there, I would take the boat. I love that boat ride. The sun would be setting into the Magic Kingdom. I don't even care what rides I do at the Magic Kingdom. I would just want to do them with whoever I'm with. I would just want to take in the Magic Kingdom. I'd spend a lot of time walking up and down Main Street. I'd go into the shops. If we go on rides, we go on rides. But I would stay until Happily Ever After. Enjoy that with whatever family and friends are with me. From there, I know I've already had an early dinner at Hoop-Dee-Doo, but I am hungry again, and it's my last day, so I'm going to fatten up. I would take all my closest friends and family, and we would go do the chef's table at Victoria and Albert's at the last possible reservation time after Happily Ever After. We'd show up a little late. I would say I'm very sorry, and I would enjoy the chef's table at Victoria and Albert's. From there, we would have lots of wine, obviously, and we would take that buzz right over to Jelly Rolls, where me and everyone I'm with would enjoy Jelly Rolls for a little
Cameron
bit.
said, Pete, Disney's open from like 9 to 5. No way you're going to have time for all
No,
this.
this is when Disney, this is the golden era. This is when like a 7 or 8 a.m. start to like 10 p.m. finish. I would go to Jelly Rolls, and then what I would do is I'd want everyone to be staying over at Port Orleans, Riverside, or French Quarter. I would want to go either see Yeehaw Bob or hang at Scat Cats like super late. This is 2 a.m.
Oh, no.
pass out.
No.
That's it.
So the fireworks
Yeehaw
have got
Bob
to be
is
at like
done by
9.
then.
Fireworks are at 9. Fireworks are
Your
at 9.
Victoria and Albert's reservation's got to be like
9:20.
9:30.
9:30.
9:30.
2 hours. That's 11:30.
It's 11:30. Then you're
Yeah.
going to Jelly.
Yeehaw
Your
Bob is
transit
gone.
time
Yeah,
to
he's
Jelly
leaving.
Rolls,
It's a half
you're not
hour.
going to be there till 12.
Till 12.
How long are you
Eat
going
a
to be at
minivan.
Jelly Rolls?
We're there for an hour.
So it's 1 now.
Yeah. And then I would go over to like Scat Cats just to like, and after
For one
like,
last drink.
like one last drink with everybody,
Okay.
and we stumble to our rooms, and that's the perfect last day.
All right. Why people think I don't like? I like the Port Orleans hotels. People are saying I'm raising my eyebrows at the. I was just raising my eyebrows
I'm
at
only
him
saying that-
trying to accomplish all this
I know
in
it's a
one
lot.
evening.
I only said staying there. It's not just my favorite hotel. It's just I like, and again, all of us would be with friends and family because I'm about people with experiences. Not just, I wouldn't want to do all this alone like I would do it, but it'd be more fun with family and friends. And I like the fact that if I know everyone's staying right near Scat Cats, like on property, you could stay there till right up until 2. Everyone just does like a little stumble to the room. What a day! And you pass out. That's like the dream.
If you stayed at Pop Century, you could run into LeBron James in the hallway.
I don't want him as part of my day.
Pete, I was with you till you said you were doing it with friends and family, and I'm like, no, you can't drag multiple people along at that pace. That's not
I don't
happening.
care if people tag in and out throughout that day. I would make it. From
Okay,
whatever this
fair.
is. I'm going to say 6 a.m. until 2:30 a.m. I've done it before.
Okay. Nathan Hartman.
Well, I did not go the route of get as much in as I possibly could, because I know I've done those days and I end up just feeling like, what did I actually enjoy? Like I just took in a lot of stuff really quickly. So what I ended up doing was I started to think of it in a different way. Like, what do I love? What can I walk around and enjoy? Where can I how can I find peace with each park before I'm done? So I would start at Epcot and I would do Spaceship Earth.
You're not finding any peace at Epcot.
Well, just finding a little bit. And then sorry, my cat is like making a ton of noise. And so Spaceship Earth, and then I would do Living with the Land. And then I would go get caramel corn over at the Germany Pavilion because it's like my favorite snack. Maybe in all of Disney, it's close. I would take an Impressions de France, and then I would go sit underneath the bridge. If you go down a little bit in World Showcase, there's that area, and if you go off to the far left, there's just a little section that goes underneath the bridge that you cross over from Britain to like France. And it's nice and quiet, and no one ever goes down there, and you can just sort of watch the ducks and watch people mill about, and it's a lot of fun. Then I would take the Skyliner over to Studios, and I would take in Muppet Vision. I'd go to the Brown Derby, and then I would sit a little bit in Batuu and take in the surroundings of Batuu. I don't really feel I have a love, like I don't have a like I must ride Rise one last time before. I don't have. It's all about nostalgia at this point, and I don't really have nostalgia for Batuu, but I love the setting, and it's sort of one of the few places I can think of at Hollywood Studios where I like to sit and look around. So I'd finally come to terms with leaving Hollywood Studios, and then I'd head over to Magic Kingdom. I'd take in Bears. I'd take in Jungle Cruise. I'd take in the People Mover, Space Mountain, and then I would go sit in one of the rocking chairs in Frontierland and sort of just take it in and watch people for a while and make peace. And then head on over to Animal Kingdom and basically do the whole park. Mostly because I love just walking around there and taking it in, and there's a lot of quiet spots. I would do the trails, and I would hit Dinosaur Up, but I would end my night by doing one of the things that I loved to do when I first moved here with my wife, which is just ride Everest on a loop when the show is going on, because it's pretty low. You can kind of just get on and off and on and off, and you get the mist from the fireworks. But not the fireworks, but you get the mist from all the stuff going on.
There
from
were
the
fireworks
show,
that show be a lot more interesting.
Yeah. Notice I didn't say
At this point, I'd settle for watching Rivers of Light, though.
And it's a lot of fun to sort of like the lights also from that kind of hit the mountain at night when that mist sort of comes in. It's really pretty when you're kind of coming up the mountain. And so we would run that several times, and then I would sort of call it. And I like to walk around like maybe one more time at Dinosaur, because I love kind of walking through Dino Land when no one's there at night. You can kind of ride Dinosaur, and it's just pretty quiet. And then I would sort of call it and leave, because I just think that if it's my final time, I don't want to go to a new park. I don't want to try to take in everything. I just want to sort of make peace with what I love, which is the aesthetics and the theming and things of that nature, and then feeling like I have a moment to sort of remember memories I've had at those places and then sort of move on. So it's maybe a little more of a bittersweet, a dour experience opposed to like a let's do everything. But at the same time, I think it would leave me content there at the end.
Okay. Nicholas Cicero.
Muted.
Yep, he's muted.
Sorry, my dog was barking earlier.
Okay.
So you said that interestingly, like you're expecting something weird from me. And it might be. I took this kind of from the approach of what am I most missing right now about being at the parks? And it's not really the rides as much as it is the atmosphere in the parks themselves and the Disney World property itself. So I'm actually I'm trying to pack a lot in here, but I don't need to do a lot of rides at the park. So I'm gonna start off actually with some breakfast at the Polynesian. I'm getting some Tonga toast. I love the Magic Kingdom resorts. I love Bay Lake. I love the Seven Seas Lagoon. I love that whole area in the morning. There's something about that whole Magic Kingdom area in the morning hours. So I'm starting early at Polynesian, having some Tonga toast, some breakfast there, and then I'm going out on Bay Lake. I'm taking a boat over to Fort Wilderness, and Fort Wilderness holds a special place in my heart. And I'm gonna hike around Fort Wilderness a little bit. I'm just going to walk around, take in the property, take in the area. Just a lot of memories there, and a lot of that place is special to me. So it would be even more special if it had that weird fun house that I could go visit, but oh well. So I'll enjoy hiking around Fort Wilderness for a little bit, and I'll take a boat back across the lake. And I'm actually not going to go into Magic Kingdom yet. I'm gonna head over to Animal Kingdom. I want to again just kind of take in Animal Kingdom. If I do any ride, it would be actually Dinosaur. To be honest with you, if I had to do one last ride in Animal Kingdom right now, it would honestly be Dinosaur. But I'd walk around, I'd take in the aesthetics of the park, walk through Pandora, things like that. And as you might assume from last week's show, I'm gonna have a couple drinks and a bite to eat at Nomad Lounge. That'll be my lunch. Gonna have my drinks, gonna sit out on that porch. I just love that area so much. It became really quickly one of my favorite areas in all of Walt Disney World. So I'm gonna enjoy that. And then I am going to head over to Epcot. At Epcot, I'm going to kind of just do a stroll around the World Showcase. There's 2 attractions I need to do at Epcot if it was my last day, and that's going to be American Adventure and Spaceship Earth. Those are the only 2 I have to do there. So I'm going to take in those 2 attractions, a little bit on the long side, so I'm taking up a lot of time there. But then I'm just going to kind of stroll around. I'll probably have, like Nathan said, I have to have some of that popcorn, the caramel corn, and I have to have one of the alcoholic ice creams from France. Have to get one of those in as well. Le Glace. Oh, those are so good. All right. So we do that, and then we jump on the monorail. We head over to the Magic Kingdom. Again, I don't need to do much there, so I don't really need much time. If there was one attraction I need to do there, and thank you, Tom, it would be the Country Bears. Like, honestly, if there's literally one attraction, that maybe Tiki Room. But again, that's what I'd have to take in at the Magic Kingdom. But I'm kind of like with Nathan here. I'm strolling around and taking in the atmosphere. I'm taking in the details. I'm taking in the sights and the smells and the sounds and everything of the Magic Kingdom. And that's what I'm doing, going up and down Main Street and just enjoying that, taking in the fireworks. Then I'm ending my day where I started it, actually, because I really there is something special about the Magic Kingdom area and the first resorts that were there. I'm going back to the Polynesian. I'm ending with dinner at Ohana, and that's going to be my day.
Okay. So I'm sure Pete's not at all surprised what I've chosen, but I want to reason the choice of which resort I've made. Number 1, like, I'm not picking Shanghai. Number 2, I thought about Hong Kong, but in the end I was like, oh, it's just Mystic Manor, really. I don't know about that. Then I love Paris, but really, again, it'd just be Pirates and Phantom Manor. And there's no nighttime show I want to see. There really isn't a lot of places I want to eat. It just didn't feel right. Disneyland was a discussion for a while, very similar to Eric's line of thinking. He's like, oh, I like to ride racers, and I like to see World of Color, specifically that. And then, of course, see a couple things at Disneyland for the last time. And then I thought, well, it's Florida. Like, Florida's where I grew up. That's home. But then I thought about it, I was like, but current day, like, it's just going to upset me. That's not the way I want to spend it. I don't want to spend my last day thinking, like, well, that's where the great movie ride was. Well, yeah, Pirates isn't as good as it was. The worst Pirates in the world. And there's certainly some things I'd like to do. Like, there's some stuff at those Magic Kingdom resorts that'd be great. I'd love to do Pandora one last time. But I thought about not only, like, where are the, like, cool things that are newer to me that I want to ride, but also I realized that more of the things I loved about Walt Disney World I could still experience if I spent my last day in Japan. That was the realization behind the choice. So, and this is pretty much a real day I've done before. I think I texted someone when the day was over. I was like, I think I just had the most perfect park day I've ever had. And I think what I would do is I would rope drop Disney Sea. I'd do 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I'd have, as soon as I get a fast pass for Journey to the Center of the Earth, that should be valid. by the time I get off 20,000 Leagues. So I've already done 20,000 Leagues, which I think is one of the best dark rides I've ever done. Journey, which is spectacular. And then as soon as they open, I'm rope dropping the gyoza dog. I'm getting my gyoza dog for breakfast. Perfect little breakfast snack. It's quick, wonderful. You get to look at Mysterious Island, just sit there and take in the scenery for a bit. Wonderful. Then I'm going to go ride Sinbad's Storybook Voyage. I'm going to the back of the park. I'm going to ride Sinbad and say goodbye to Shandu. Then I'm going to use a single rider line in Indiana Jones because, again, I thought about this. Like, one of the things I'd want to do on my last day at Disneyland would be Indiana Jones. But I was like, if I go to Tokyo, they have it. Just do the better one. So Indy. After Indy, I'm going to do some shopping. My second Fast Pass is going to be Tower of Terror. So I'm going to do the Tower of Terror there. After that, it's time to get some food, but I don't want to do a full lunch. I want to get a couple snack things. I'm getting my garlic shrimp popcorn. I have to have my garlic shrimp popcorn. And after that, I'm getting the Little Green Men mochi, which are really wonderful, great little snack. That's lunch, essentially. Then I'm getting on the monorail, going to Disneyland. Disneyland, I'm going to see the parade. I'm going to see Dreaming Up. Got to get my spot. I got to put down my parade mat. I don't look like a savage sitting on the ground. Gonna watch Dreaming Up. After Dreaming Up, I'm gonna do a couple attractions. I'm gonna do Small World, and I'm gonna see Country Bear because I gotta see Country Bears. Full show, uncut show. It doesn't matter what season I'm there. It's gonna be a show I love. It's gonna be the old show uncut. It's gonna be Vacation Jamboree. It's gonna be Christmas. Doesn't matter. They're all great. Love them all. So do that. Small World. Pirates should be easy enough to do. By then, it's probably about time to get a spot for Dreamlights. I want to see a nighttime parade. Nighttime parades, I grew up with Spectral Magic. That was I felt the perfect way to end the night at the park. And the only place I'm going to do that right now is Tokyo. So I want to see Dreamlights. After Dreamlights, I'm having dinner. I'm going to the Hungry Bear restaurant. I'm getting my pork cutlet curry. Large, spicy. The way to go. And then we're going to do dessert. I'm going to have a really big dessert. I don't care. I'm dying. Doesn't matter. Number one, going to get that strawberry milk popcorn in Tomorrowland. It tastes like Nesquik. Basically strawberry Nesquik popcorn. And then I'm going to the Great American Waffle Company, and I'm getting a loaded Mickey waffle, full size, chocolate sauce, ice cream, the works. And then right before park close, I'm getting in line for Pooh's Honey Hunt. It's the last ride I'm ever going to go on. It's charming. I love those characters. So that to me is quintessential Disney. Not only is it these characters that you grew up with and love, but it's also this amazing little ride. And I just think that's the right thing to go out on. I want to go, and I'm going to end with that big book closing. Big book closing on me. That's the end for me. Pooh's Honey Hunt. That's my final day. That's it. We did it.
I think those are all good. I think they're all good. I think I like that we had a good mixture of people doing favorite attractions and people just wanting to soak it all in. We had, I think, kind of Pete and Nathan. They needed to stop at the timekeeper first of all to try to fit all the stuff in that they were saying they were going to do.
Mine's feasible.
Well, Nathan, my problem with yours, Nathan, is that you start your day by getting the popcorn in Germany, which doesn't open till 11, and then go.
Well, no, I start my day at
until 7:30
at Spaceship Earth. I do Spaceship Earth and Living with the Land first, so that should be. I think I could do it. In fact, I might have almost done that at some point. So.
I'm also doing Pirates at Disneyland. I don't know if I skipped that. I got to do Pirates. That's an easy one.
I think you said that.
Yeah, it's the right. But if I'm going out, I want to see Pirates with the redhead scene. I'm sorry if that offends somebody, but I want to see Pirates as Mark Davis and Walt Disney envisioned it. That's my last day. I got to see that one last time.
Not that redhead. Yeah.
Full Country Bears, real Pirates of the Caribbean, a nighttime parade.
Gyoza dog.
Gyoza, you're damn right I'm ending with that gyoza dog. And that curry. I love Hungry Bear so much. Miss it.
You know, you could end. I think I can change mine and end on Mr. Toad and go to hell right there at the end.
That's
you get
respect.
That's how Tom ends his phone calls with me.
Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, if you're